Thanks for coming, guys. Actually, we got a lot of requests for this session for the recording, and that's why we're recording this. So today we're going to talk about the GenAI as an ultimate creative power-up for gaming. There will be bigger focus on the mobile gaming, but we'll talk in general as well. Let us introduce ourselves. I'm Anastasia. I'm a creative lead in Google MENA, and I work mostly with gaming and iGaming verticals. And today I will talk about Google GenAI tools and how they can elevate creative workflows for gaming in-house creative studios. And we also have Kristina here. Kristina, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, hello. My name is Kristina, and I am a production lead at Nexters. And today I'm going to show how the tools that Anastasia is going to present are actually implemented into real production and what team transformations it brings with this implementation.
Yes, thank you. We'll start from my part. So it's a lot of conversation now that the AI is changing the creative industry. I think a lot of people are already a little bit tired of it. We have this new map of creative efficiency. This is very fresh numbers from WPP. And in general, the AI impact is the acceleration of speed. Like we have 50-70% faster delivery, and it is also about the volumes, so that the companies can produce 2.5x assets as an output in comparison with traditional production. And what is also important is that what a great shift happened in terms of the cost of using AI tools. Like it was $10 per 1 million tokens 2.5 years ago, and in 2025 it became like 100 times cheaper. So now it was like 10 cents. In 2026, we expect that it will be decreasing thanks to also different aggregators appearing, where you can use dozens of AI tools under one roof, and in general, the economy of cost is like really changing. Yeah, so if you, sorry for the quality of the screen, by the way, but you'll get, I guess, these materials after all. So we were also asking ourselves how would the ordinary user see this shift. So it's actually three things that happened last year. How we as users, as viewers, can differentiate what actually happened, what kind of revolution happened with AI. So first of all, AI is getting more and more realistic. And nowadays, we are expecting also in 2026 the huge shift in realism. We mean by that people will not be able to differentiate between content made by AI and made by people traditional way. So one thing, maybe you didn't think about this before, but how people actually could see that the content is made by AI is like the skin texture. So it was always like very polished, glossy, like people don't look like this. So nowadays, you can see our imperfections, you can see wrinkles, you can see acne. So it's not even about some staged shooting, but also like if you want to show something really, really casual, like just a simple selfie, you'll see that it looks like completely different, very realistic, as if the person next to you just made the selfie. Yeah, on the right, this is the prompt which actually required this photo to be done. But here it's also improving. So now you have to write all these details, negative prompts, like what should be there. But in the future, you should just write like imperfect skin, like real one, and you should get the same kind of result. So another shift which happened is the ability to show their actual gameplay, right? This is especially relevant for the games. I'm showing here not the mobile game, but let's say the casino poker table. So that picture was generated with a prompt like 2 years ago, and you can see all of this like sausage-like fingers, the table of the poker, which is not quite defined, right? You cannot see details. This is how it looks now with the same prompt, just prompted a week ago. So you can see fingers, you can see actual numbers, you can see like a real playmat of the poker, and you can easily turn it into the video. Just a second. You can see in the video we have four, I think, four pairs of hands, and all of them are controlled. So that was also impossible. They would just go chaotic if you prompt the same thing 1 year ago. So another thing which happened is that I remember all these debates, will AI come to movies or it will stay with advertising? Advertising is obviously the easy point of entry. But yeah, so by the end of last year, we had multiple short film, AI short film festivals all over the world. And what is interesting is that like Darren Aronofsky on the screen, he is the one of the champions, right, of making the movies in AI, his studio. So he made the first short film, Ancestor, in the middle of the year, I think, or beginning of the year. But by the end of the year, he already did the whole series, and let's just watch the trailer. Just a second.
Do you need help playing it?
Yeah, can you please? It's possible.
The rebellious war is become more general.
Too many still unsure of why we fight.
We have it in our power to begin the world over again.
There is no way but forth.
We are now the troops of the United Colonies of North America.
For the purpose of establishing an independent empire. Who are you? Massachusetts!
Let's not surrender.
Yeah, so would you imagine this kind of quality before? Of course not. Yeah, so but the interesting fact is that only every fifth marketer is actually knowledgeable about using AI tools, and even less marketers can do it in terms of creative. So I like this chart. It shows the adoption of AI tools by leading marketers. It was done by BCG together with Google. So here you can see 4 different areas how leading companies apply AI in their workflows. And it's like from data and measurement to media, creative and people and processes. And you can see that in some areas it goes well, like for example, in media and personalization, it's 1/3 of marketers adopted more or less with different success. Yeah, but with creative, it's only 9%. And we're talking here only about leading marketers, right? So it means that we're still struggling. So our plan today was to make it really practical. Like we'll show you how it is used now by gaming companies, and of course we'll have Kristina who will just show us like their from inside of the company how they transformed the processes during the last year. But before, I just wanted to go through these use cases. So I worked with multiple gaming advertisers, and so far I saw like three areas of using. So first one is like accelerating traditional pipelines. Another one is new creative formats which didn't exist before. And then the third one is when GenAI helps to scale the creatives. So let's go one by one. So the first one is about like changing the traditional creative workflows. I'll just show you on the example of different features. Sometimes it's not like, that you have dozens of tools and they help you to turn everything into the huge factory, but just for your understanding, like how one little feature can change the whole production. So this feature is called interpolation. We have it in Neo. I think the competitor tools also have something similar. So interpolation is a feature when you generate video, you just input the first frame and the last frame, and this feature by itself can accelerate the process by 25%. This is how it works, right? So you in gaming it is used hugely. So it's when you want to show some transformation from what it was to what it became. So in traditional process, like manual, it would take 64 frames of Illustrator to actually draw all these frames to make one simple GIF, right? And it will take around 1 week to execute it. So nowadays it's just one click, literally, and that's why, like, when you see those kind of creatives where something transforms into something, this is actually this one interpolation feature which they use, right? So I think Kristina also was the they used a lot this particular feature, and yeah, so. Then I'll ask you about what do you think happened on this chart? So for those who don't see it properly, we have here the search interest, like how people search certain things. We have a blue line, which is ChatGPT, and the red line is Gemini. So something happened in the July, end of July last year, and first time in the history, people started to search Gemini like more than ChatGPT. So any ideas what happened there? What happened there? There's something appeared, right, in Gemini that made people look for it more than they look for ChatGPT. Yes, correct. Thank you, guys. Yes, it's Nana Banana, their image editor that is also known as the killer of Photoshop, the ultimate image editor that appeared. So nowadays, it moved the whole industry from pixel pushing to the prompting. You can literally change anything in the picture, control the objects, and it doesn't require any manual editing. Everything is quite fast. So another fun fact, it actually brought 23 million new users to Gemini in the first 2 weeks of its launch. And it's still by far, like, I think, most popular GenAI product used by creators. Yeah, so what it actually changed, right? So imagine you can do this characters which are widely used in gaming, right? In multiple versions, like whatever you want them to do, and then you can animate them. You can easily reskin. Here is just the example of Pikachu wearing other other iconic characters' costumes. Yeah, so easily done, like seconds, literally. One more thing is it was hard to control something, right? Why we had all these 3D designers sitting in the creative studios inside the gaming companies because you have to control like your like characters, right? It should be exactly the same character which you have in the game. So nowadays it's much easier. So this is just an experiment. Like for example, if I want to um, controls 15 elements and appear in one picture. Like I want to have a girl with this particular haircut, standing in front of this particular car with this particular dog wearing the choker. Yeah, so I just put this collage inside the prompt and I describe it, and this is what I get, right? Um, so here we have like how many objects we have. Let's check. Yeah, 13 elements, right? So now it actually doubled. So you can actually control even more, like up to 20 elements. Yeah, and it will come exactly how you reference it. Yeah, so again, what is also easily done, like we do a lot of, I think all the gaming companies do some live ops, right? Some events, not necessarily like even in um, like stores, you sometimes highlight some events and you make some very quick sort of display images done. Yeah, so again, you're using your heroes, you're putting the text you want, you just prompt it and they appear as a poster, as a ready poster, uh, which accelerates process a lot. So another thing which is very fresh, did you guys hear about Genie 3? Did anyone hear? So I think this is the breakthrough, and it used to be the beta for a long time. I mean maybe last few months, but a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they announced that now it's gone to generally available in the US. All you need is just ultra subscription in Gemini. And when it comes to this general availability in US, it means it will soon be available to the whole world. But what it actually changes for the gaming creatives, Genie is a way to generate 3D worlds, right? So these 3D worlds, they have real physics, you can control objects, you can travel these worlds, and all done with just a simple prompt. I'll show you a piece of demo. Yes, Kristina, if you can help me.
With Project Genie, you can fine-tune your world according to the vision you have in mind. It starts here,
I
when you
guess,
create a world.
You're not hearing the audio, right?
First, you can describe your environment. A detailed prompt helps with creating a rich, dynamic world. In the description, it helps to add a diverse set of objects. Then, you can describe your character. In this case, ours is an animal, but it could also be a person, an object, or a vehicle. Talk about your character in the way that you want them to move throughout the world. You can also choose between first-person or third-person point of view. But it can be hard to know what the world would look like from just text. That's when you start sketching. Click Create Sketch to see a preview of what your world might look like with Nano Banana Pro. From there, you can modify your sketch with text to get what you want. For example, let's add a small house with a fence in the foreground, and maybe some mountains in the distance. Much better. Now I can click Create World and explore it. World sketching helps you bring your world to life how you envision it, so you can play any world you can imagine. Start creating worlds of your own at labs.google/projectgenie. With Project Genie, you can fine-tune your world according to the vision you have in mind.
Yeah, so here is a little also demo how it can work with different games. The quality is not so perfect. It's going to improve. Now it's just 720. So what it means, like remember I showed you this GIF with the transition from one house to another, which took like 64 frames to draw. So what Genie allows us, when we generate 3D world, one video is around, gives you around 1,400 frames. So it means that you don't need like how it happens now. Sometimes you generate the image and it's a wrong angle, wrong camera angle. Like you want to regenerate it, it takes you additional seconds to regenerate it until you get the right angle and the right position. So with Genie, you just generate the world, you travel across it, and then you have a bunch of frames to play with, right? So this is one thing. And then another one is CGI concepting. So it works incredibly well with the gaming worlds. Yeah, so maybe less relevant for some other verticals and categories, but for gaming, just perfect. Yeah, so this is the first use case area, like what we discussed. How do we accelerate our house production flow? How we make each and every step of the process faster. And now let's switch to the new creative formats. Again, there were a lot of bottlenecks. We don't have much time to talk through all of them, but I think the bottlenecks we had like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, is that some games they couldn't make 3D creatives, for example. This started to change, but still it requires a lot of manual specialists in place. A lot of companies couldn't do creatives with people. That was also then still a huge bottleneck. So this is the thing that things that changed, right? So now you don't need to have the crew of 3D motion designers. So it is like one click, you get this transformation of 2D hero going into
Hello! I am Harry the dinosaur!
like you can make it talk, whatever. And this made the huge wave of 3D AI hooks appear in the gaming ads. Yeah, non-gaming heroes as well, as you can see. So the hooks factories, like they became huge by the end of last year. So now it's very typical when you look at their best performing ads in mobile gaming to see that you have creatives where it starts with 3D hook and then that goes the traditional like your meta gameplay. I think. Yeah, so this is one of the latest trends. It's not only gaming, but in gaming it's used, it came from gaming. Remember all those creatives when someone is like screaming like help me. Yeah, so now it is used across different categories. It's like little song is saying like, please wash your face, or like, seatbelt can tell you like, use the seatbelt and so on. So yeah, all this became possible just because like we got AI and it changed the production. AI UGC, another thing which flooded the creative streams. Now you see it a lot if you use like social media. We see a lot of people using the games who look really realistically. Yes, let's just watch a few like demo examples. I'm sorry.
Push! Push! Adi is weak. One more hit. Yes! Let's go!
Yeah, and another one.
Oh my gosh, I won! This game is so much fun. You guys have to try it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That now you can control the gameplay, and also you can have people who look more or less close to the real ones. Yeah, so the third area, the previous one was about new formats that appeared and that everyone is now utilizing. So in 2026, I hope we'll have something new. Otherwise, it all becomes generic really quickly. So the third thing is how do we produce creatives at scale? When I talk about scale, I mean different audiences, right? So you can think about targeting different types of players, different locations, different languages, and also some specific seasons like Christmas, whatever, like some specific local seasons or promo. Yeah, so we never had money for this, to produce this as well. Now it's very easy. This is just a little demo how you can advertise the same game with different cast. Yeah, let's see the English version first.
Imagine a game where you can slice fruit that is thrown into the air by swiping the touchscreen. Say hello to Fruit Ninja.
And the one in Korean.
과일을 터치스크린을 스와이프해서 공중으로 던져 자르는 게임을 상상해 보세요. 프루트 닌자에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
Yeah, so if you still don't do this, start doing this. The cost of test were never so cheap before, because before to even try things and see how they work, you would need to invest, right? And nowadays it's much easier. This is literally done in seconds, with one attempt. So that's not like you. In early days of our tools, you have to prompt, change, then prompt again, then edit, then do post-production edit. This is literally one attempt.
This is done in Veo or Genie?
This is done by Veo. Yeah. Yeah, another thing is seasonal ads. Again, this doesn't need even to be some complicated video, right? Again, we can use a lot of promo in live ops, like and it just can be something really simple. So imagine you have a hero. In this case, we're taking the king from Clash of Clans. Then even if I'm not a designer at all, I'm just using this picture and I'm just writing on top of it what I want to change. I'm just saying, let's just replace the crown with a hat. Let's just put this king in some snow area, replace his sword with the Christmas tree. So, and I just literally get the image input and I don't even write my prompt, right? So that's what happens, like with one simple image input, and the results is quite impressive, right? So that's what is easy to do. You don't need to like invent the wheel or do something really complicated. Yeah, so this is actually 3 areas where you can change things already now. This is what different gaming studios experience are being tried throughout the last year. And now I will pass the word to Kristina, and she will talk about their experience from within the company, one of the champions in AI creatives Nexters. Yeah, Kristina.
Thank you. You can hear me well. Everything is good, right?
Yeah, we can hear you well. All good.
Great. So for those who don't know, Nexters is a game developer and part of GDEF Holding and Hero Wars. We are quite famous for our ads. You've probably seen them, and if you didn't, this is what they usually look like. And if you're not familiar with mobile creatives in general, many times creatives don't look like an actual gameplay. So usually we have an entire team of artists and animators who create all the assets and animations for the video ads, banners, and playables. And so I will be talking today about what happens when all these tools that Anastasia talked about are landed on a team, and particularly on the team that makes video ads. So our journey with integrating AI started in 2023, and we started with our team and integrated Stable Diffusion into our pipeline. And back then, integrating AI looked more like integrating a new software into your pipeline. And you can sum up it with these 3 points: that you do training for your team where you explain them how the software works. Then you have some time to change the pipeline and internalize everything that you've taught the team. That took us around 2 to 3 months. We did some mentorship with our AI stars in the artists. And we also fine-tuned models so that they would know our style of our project, our characters, like the angle of the camera that we use, and everything. And back then, the pipeline of an artist using AI would look something like this. They would have a sketch, and then they had to input a prompt, then a negative prompt, so what you don't want to see in the image, an embedding, which was quite important back then. Now, I guess no one uses them anymore, and it's, long story short, the vector concept needed to make the prompt more precise. Control net, which are extra layers of references from which you can extract a pose or contour or depth map. Then CFG scale, denoising, which are settings that are about the weight of the prompt or the weight of the image, and all of this in top on a fine-tuned model. That's a lot of things to consider, a lot of things to learn to work with. And today, the pipeline looks like this, and it's just the sketch and the prompt, and that's basically it. So the skills that the team have learned and built 3 years ago are already outdated. Nano Banana have not yet replaced all our fine-tuned local models, but I believe it might very soon. And this is not a bad thing, because we are now able to create even more complex art that usually we were not able to do, because we were having very rigid controls that didn't leave actually a lot of space for model to, let's say, make creative decisions. And today we can generate entire pieces of locations with all the props already on it, and a lot of things that usually we would generate separately and spend a lot of time on combining them back together. But this can be quite frustrating for artists, because their art skills outdate quickly, and then also their new AI skills also outdate very quickly. And in this context, it's very important for artists to understand what is actually their value in the creative workflow. And it's not in giving the options anymore, rather than defining the criteria of acceptance of the art. Being able to analyze, being able to describe what needs to be done, which is basically prompting, and create the vision. And this means basically becoming art directors, which is not an obvious thing, and this requires artists to have extra skills that are not the obvious one for them. And this idea will help them to adapt to new tools that will keep coming and will keep changing the pipelines, but their new role will help them to adapt to this. And speaking about the results, in these 3 years, we boosted our art production 6 times. And I think this year, this number will grow even more. Talking about animation, Anastasia showed some great examples of AI-generated hooks and UGC. We've been also doing them. For example, this one. Anastasia, sorry, do you hear the audio or not?
No, we hear you, but we don't hear the audio of
Okay, that's great. I will just put on the background the second video and continue talking. So usually we would not create any videos of this type, because like to put someone in a cosplay, find someone who is similar enough to the character is too difficult. But now it's very easy in very fast production, and it makes a lot of scenarios that were not possible before possible. But usually you just see for this kind of content comes with a gameplay video. So what about animation of a gameplay video? We do not use yet AI for animating a gameplay completely due to quality and mostly time limitations. But we use it for creation of separate parts. For example, like this, some character animations on green screen, then which we then put together in the final video. And this way of using AI gives us 15 to 20% faster delivery. Then there are also creatives that are only possible thanks to AI, the AI hooks that also Anastasia was showing before, something like this. And this is a new format, but it's similar to what we have been doing traditionally, and it's 2 to 3 times faster and cheaper than the traditional one. But the problem with this is that it is a new format, and it needs more effort in the ideation part to understand what kind of audience this type of creatives are bringing, which visuals work better, which not, what actually AI can do. And this is where AI adaptating is not only about changing the production pipelines, but also about changing the way that ideation team is thinking about creatives when they produce them. And this needs some R&D in the ideation part. So all of this to tell that integration of AI today is very different from what it was in the beginning, when it was basically only about teaching a team a new software. Today, it's about transforming your team to be flexible so that they are able actually to change pipeline every quarter, because new tools will keep coming and their AI skills will be outdated. So they need to learn constantly new things. So there is need for processes that will make these changes not so painful for the team. Artists and animators need to learn to be art directors. These are not obvious skills for them, so they have to not only keep up with AI tools, but also with their soft skills. And for ideation, it's about understanding and learning to work with new formats. So if we were to describe steps to success in AI integration, I would underline these 3 points, which is the first one: build AI infrastructure. Your team has to have an easy access to the models. And new models that are keep coming, it's like 2 or 3 per month, you have to be able to implement them fast so that the team has fast access to them. The second point is keep educating your team, run training sessions, do organize mentorship for them. And what we've found the most productive thing is creating channels where team is able to exchange their experience, where let's say the AI stars, AI champions can show to the rest of the team what they found and inspire them. And the third is to give clear goals. Because when team understands what they are optimizing, which numbers do you have to optimize, which problem do you have to solve, they become more productive, and everyone is more happy when the team is more productive. So that's it for today. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Kristina. So this is it. Do you guys have any questions? Maybe. They're just smiling.
I have a question. So,
Yeah, sorry, I will give you the mic because otherwise you will not hear this.
so this is Beige from ByteDance. So, how you are using the models? You prefer to use models through aggregators like Fun AI or Replicate, or you are using directly from the model providers, or and when you how you are building your workflow automations, like you are using tools like Confi or other stuff. It would be great if you also can give more details about that.
I guess this is a question for me, right?
Yeah, that's a question for you. It was about like the way you're using the tools.
Yeah. So inside GDF, we're using a lot PalAI as API aggregator that we connect to our internal aggregator. That's not the only provider we use, but it's the biggest one that helps us bringing in the models as fast as possible.
Do you have any other questions? No? Okay, then thank you. Thank you for coming. Keep in touch. You can ask more questions. Yeah, thank you, Kristina. So I think we're wrapping this. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.